So, going over the theorems here. So there are 4 that have to do with 10.3. So it's these 4 here, 1-3. Okay, so it says, in the same circle or in congruent circles, 2 minor arcs are congruent if and only if the corresponding chords are congruent. So what that means is if you have essentially 2 chords that are the same length, then the arcs are going to be the same as well. So they'll be the same length, same degree, all of that. Then the next one says if one chord is a perpendicular bisector of another chord, then the first chord is a diameter. So this here, perpendicular bisector, so it's perpendicular to this chord and it bisects it into 2 equal parts, then this is a diameter. Diameter. Should put on like 2. Okay, then next, perpendicular diameter theorem. If a diameter of a circle is perpendicular to a chord, then the diameter bisects the chord and its arc. So if, thank you, a diameter of a circle is perpendicular to the chord, then it bisects that chord. So this is the same length as this. Also, the arc would be the same over on this side as this side too, if needed. But most of the problems today just talk about segment lengths. And then here, this is the version that you'll see on the homework today, and it just puts all the prior stuff together. So in the same circle or in congruent circles, 2 chords are congruent if and only if they're equidistant from the center. Okay, so this is saying that if this is the same length as this, and it's perpendicular to these chords, then these chords are congruent. Then also based on the last one, if this is perpendicular to the chords, then this here is the same length as this over here. So it bisects that segment, and also the 2 green segments are congruent to each other. So a bunch of equal parts, essentially. Okay, now we're going to go to 10.3 practice. So just move on over here. Even more. Okay, so the first one, find the measure of the red arc. Well, first of all, they didn't highlight anything red because it's black and white. So, highlight this red. And then there's 2 segments here, so highlight one of the straight lines red. Then over here, this chord is red. And then we're not doing number 4. So the concept for this set of problems is if you have a circle and you have a chord here and a chord here, and those chords are the same length, then the arcs are congruent. This arc would be the same as this. Okay, then for the first example, it shows the central angle 75 degrees, then the arc would be 75 degrees. And since these 2 chords are the same length, then these arcs are the same. So if this is 75 degrees, this is 75 degrees. You could also consider that vertical angles are congruent, so this is 75. Okay, then number 2, kind of hard to see, but there's a little segment right here and it says that it's 5 units. Since these degrees are the same, then this segment would be 5 as well. Or number 3, shows 104 degrees, 104 here. The radius of the circle is the same, so they're congruent. So if this is 11, then this here is 11 as well. Okay, the next section here for this theorem, if you have a circle a diameter across the circle, and then that diameter is perpendicular to a chord, then it bisects that chord. So this is the same length as this. Also, the arcs are the same as well. Okay, so here it says 8 and x equals 8. For number 6, if this is 40 degrees, this is 40 degrees. And then for number 7, they showed this part of the segment is 5x plus 2, and this part is 7x minus 12. Well, the diameter is perpendicular to that chord, it bisects it. So we can do 5x plus 2 equals 7x minus 12. (14) equals 2x, x equals 7. So I printed out 2 of the ones that you'll see on the homework. So like the first 2 homework problems you'll see. So on the homework, these will be the first 2 problems, and then the rest is just review from what you did the last couple days. So what I want you to do is either pass it out and pass out like tape or stapler and just like either tape it or staple it on, like with just 2 staples, and put it on this page. I want to zoom out so you can see what I mean. So left with 10.4, just staple this here, and I'll pass out a couple staplers and tape and just quickly put that on there. Oh, it wasn't possible. Okay, so this is what the problems will look like on your homework. So just tying it all together. And it's not difficult, it's just a matter of getting like the part in the right place. Or the label. Okay, so this is what the diagram looks like. So just to remind you, when these segments are perpendicular to the chords, so it's perpendicular, then it bisects that chord. So like this is the same length as this. This is the same length as this. Then also, this segment is the same length as this one. So this is the same length as this. And then using that, you can answer whatever they're asking for. So I'm going to label what they tell me. So ST is 24. So this whole segment right here is 24. Meaning this whole segment over here would be 24. If I need to know that, it says RU is 12. QU is 2x minus 2. And then UZ is 9.5. So this here, 9.5, is that length. Okay, it asks for what x is. Well, these 2 segments are the same, so we can set these 2 equal. 12 equals 2x minus 2. 12 equals 2x minus 2. So add 2 to both sides, get 14 equals 2x. X equals 7. Next, it asks for the length of VZ. So VZ is right here, and that's the same length as UZ. So if UZ is 9.5, VZ is also 9.5, so it's 9.5. Okay, next question, same idea. They'll just give you different expressions or maybe a different part. This one looks a little bit different, but it's the same thing. So this chord here is the same length as this one. This radius bisects the chord, so this is the same length as this. This is the same length as this. And then this segment, SP, is the same as SN. So here, this is the same length as this one. Okay, so then based on that, it says JK is 14. So from J to K, the red segment is 14. It says LK is also 14. Then NS is 3x plus 5. 3x plus 5. PS 23. Find the following. Okay, well, we're finding x first. These two blue segments are the same, so we can set these equal to solve for x. 23 equals 3x plus 5. Subtract 5 from both sides. 18 equals 3x. X equals 6. Then it wants to know the length of KP. So just half of this segment. Well, the whole thing's 14, and since this bisects that segment, this would be 7 and 7. So KP is 7. Oh. The end says, don't laugh, River. Oh! Baby River was born. I'll show you pictures 1 second. Let me stop the recording. Okay, let me stop the recording. I'll show you pictures. For those that weren't here,